Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of MNW Firing Line. I am your host, Mojo, and joining with me as always is my co-host, Faye. How's it going, Faye?
I'm doing alright. I think some of my equipment's a little soggy here. I've got a cat, let's just say, and he knocked a cup of water all over my setup, but it's okay. We will get through tonight. So, how are you, Joe?
I'm doing actually pretty good. Drinking plenty of water. The headaches have kind of gone away at this point.
Yeah, because I'm noticing your eyes. I'm noticing your eyes are a little bit better too. They're not really as red and like spacey and like dazed. So
yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on you. Don't make me text. You know.
Listen. The fact that my wife gave you her not only her number but my daughter's number as well for like stuff like that kind of concerns me in like 7 different kinds of areas.
I mean, I'll be honest, I was the one who asked for it because I just blatantly told her, hey, I'm more an eye on his ass while you can't.
Anyway.
So, watching you.
Alright, well, I feel safe already. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go right on ahead and get into the action tonight. Because this past weekend was the season premiere of Multiverse, Nexus Wrestling, Warzone, and Friday Night Flashbang. And this has been a packed week. This was a freaking packed weekend.
Oh, absolutely. Everybody's just settling back into things. They're just it's kind of like dipping your toes back into the water. Because, I mean, we were out of the pool basically for a month or so. But everyone's shaped up real well. And
what'd you say, Kyle?
The best. We got so much to do.
The fucking best.
So, quick thing, tweeting it on social media. You know I happen to have some healing magics, Mr. Mojo. I can help those headaches. Trust me. Niabec, thank you for the help, but I'm on my. And you can't hear the shaking right now, but I'm on. I got my medication, and if I don't. My wife will throw me out of a freaking window. She might do that. I don't know. I'm terrified. Anyway, let's not focus on that though. I do thank you for the well wishes, but we are going to go right on ahead and get into Friday Night Flashbang as we usually do for those who are just now tuning into Firing Line. So let's go ahead and get on to Flashbang, shall we? And we're going to go on ahead and get into a showcase match. Starting off, we have, whoa, it's only Smoking Mirror. Coming up next, we have Sir Reginald with his prim mustache wax. Coming in third, we have the Doof of the Doofington Estate. Coming in fourth, we have the man with the plan himself, Mike Davis of APS. And coming in fifth, we have the Mad Pumpkin King himself, Mad Jack. Coming in sixth, we have the White Dragonborn Wiley. And then coming in seventh, we have the Bounty Huntress herself, Alexis Edmonton. And then coming in eighth, much to everyone's chagrin, the King of the Showcase, Kevin Blackwell. Hashtag not my king.
Hashtag not my king. Oh boy.
I didn't vote for him.
I know you're already going to ask me before we get into this. For favorites, I'm picking Magic and Alexis Edmonton. 2 very different individuals, but I'm just keeping an eye on both of them. That Magic's just, I like watching him.
Yeah, I mean, Magic is a very entertaining individual. I mean, he keeps you on your toes, for better or for worse, when you're talking to him and facing him. And granted, I actually kind of had Mike Davis going into this. I did also have Kevin Blackwell, but Kevin Blackwell got eliminated in the first bit of the bout. The king is out first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Alexa saw that and said, "Absolutely not."
Well, she was getting some monochrome of revenge from the Multivania previously in the month, and the other fan favorite, Wiley, was eliminated by the Doof of all people.
Wow. Maybe Wiley's just still feeling the after effects of that. Just that,
hellacious match between him and Vaughn.
Yeah, just I mean, I'm surprised the man is still standing, but then again, sorry.
Yeah, for sure. But we have Doof and Alexis, Doof and Sir Reginald being eliminated in the interim. Ooh, brainbuster across the knee, and it looks like Magic was trying to go for the All Hallows knee, but gets interrupted by the Smoking Mirror. One of the oldest names in Flashbang and the newest name in Flashbang, going right at it. Ooh, picking him up, and for Smoking Mirror counters into a neck breaker. Going in for that cover. 1, 2, and kicks out at 2 is the Magic. Got the momentum Smoking Mirror it would get if he eliminates Magic and then goes on to win this match.
I see Michael Mendez in chat. I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Michael, didn't Smoking Mirror on his debut not only he won the showcase and also got 4 or 5 eliminations?
I believe he got most of them.
I know it was a majority.
Justice Driver onto Magic, and Alexis gets the pin on the Pumpkin King.
Oh, wow. Coming out of nowhere.
Taking out the king of the showcase and the Pumpkin King, Kingslayer. Which leaves Smoking Mirror, Mike Davis of APS and Alexis Edmonton, who's been given a little bit of a hard time by Smoking Mirror. There's a lot of speculation I notice constantly about the identity of this individual. We don't know a whole lot about them, and even whenever they speak, it seems like it's through a monitor, one of those voice filters. So people are thinking, is this somebody we know, somebody new? They're having their doubts. Yeah, because this is even the words he speaks. Smoking Mirror is a very cryptic individual, not leading anything on.
And I'm getting a correction. Indeed, scored 4 eliminations in his debut showcase.
I mean, 4 eliminations in your first showcase, and then going on to win that showcase is fantastic.
And absolutely, and if he were to win tonight, this would make his second showcase win overall, which is very, very impressive for a new individual. 2.
And that is 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, the Smoking Mirror. It's only Smoking Mirror, baby. I'm gonna freaking use the choke as much as I can, because why the hell not on the board? So yeah, opening contest, all eyes on Smoking Mirror. Hopefully he can ride that momentum to, off the top of my head, taking on Lord V for the Intercontinental title.
Boy,
that feels wrong to say, that whole sentence. Because we're in a post-Brawl Kaiser interdimensional world here, ladies and gentlemen. As you all have seen, Brawl Kaiser losing the interdimensional title with one final middle finger from Lawson. And Lord V... At least...
Kaiser is no longer going to be punished by Lawson having a now lost set belt. What was it Lawson was going to do? Either send him away or stick him with... what was it people were saying? He stuck him with the quote-unquote loser's belt? Or a punishment of some sort.
Something like that. Ago. But speaking of the title matches, actually, so going on to the Discord right now, there is still a poll active for... What does the audience want for a new tournament? Now, the which title is going to be getting a tournament in the coming future. You have until Friday to vote, so you have until showtime tomorrow. And looking at it right now, it looks to be pretty dead set on a certain championship. I'm not going to give away which one.
Absolutely. If you have not already done so, check the Flashbang poll section under the Flashbang category in the Discord and cast your votes now.
For sure. But hopefully one of those, actually perfect segue, thank you, Travis, posting on social media, vote for trios. And coming up next, we have a couple of contenders for those trios championships, if there is a tournament for that. We have Vaporwave, Apollo Hades, Agualong, and Rico Rose going up against Zach DeWeaver, the Curator, and Lasume the Robot, the Guild. And out of the both of these teams, Vaporwave is no pun intended.
I mean, Vaporwave's, it's hot right now.
I was gonna say, Vaporwave they are one of the hottest trios in the division right now. Again, no pun intended. I'm pointing towards you.
I mean, it is. The Large Bush is also coming on behalf of Apollo Hades, who is, as everyone knows, hotter than you. Who has been very on
Man.
Andrews and Victor Vicious.
I'm gonna find that cat that accidentally dumped the water on your stuff, and I'm gonna put it in kitty jail. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold it, put it, and like kind of hold it up in the air because the roboting.
Yeah, it's okay. We're losing Faye. I don't know if you're losing Faye, because we might see more of them later on in the evening. Myself, maybe. Let's hope not.
Lasume with Agualong up onto that stalled vertical suplex.
God, what a show of strength! Showboating over there. Hold on, sir.
Lasume showing a bit more personality. I like it. I mean, when you're going up against Vaporwave, especially going up against when your teammates is going up against Apollo Hades, you kind of got to show off your charisma a little bit, you know. Ooh,
absolutely.
Buried treasure onto Rico, going for that cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Also, I see you there, Miguel. I see you there. I like your joke. But yeah, speaking of the Trios champions, we will see 1/3 of the Trios champions, El Pollo de la Muerte, going up against a opponent later on in the night. I think actually it's the match right next after this. All right, going. We have the heads of the respective teams, Zach DeWeaver and, oh god, Apollo Hades just raining down the hammer fists onto DeWeaver's chest. God, the beats of Apollo just raining down. Ooh. And a Pele kick. We have a subscriber. Thank you, Grand Admiral, for the 4-month resub. Hope you enjoyed the emotes. Caitlin did a very good job. Y'all should go bug her for commissions. Ooh, sunken treasure onto Apollo. Go for that cover. 1, 2, and kick out at 2. Agualongo looks like he was about to interfere there. Agualong going up against the Curator. Apollo recovering. You know what still baffles me about Apollo Hades? The thing that really baffles me about Apollo Hades is that he's in his 50s. The man is 50-something years old, and yet he still looks like he's in his late 20s. It is crazy to me, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently it's a Hades family secret. Block, bust, going for that cover. 2, and Apollo gets the victory over the guild. Your winners, Vaporwave. Aguilung, Apollo Hades, and Rico are just reveling in their victory. The fan favorites for the Trios Championship are definitely kind of just are just celebrating this. Hopefully they take that momentum into getting some gold. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was a fantastic match. But yeah, coming up next though, we got, speaking of the Trios Championships, we mentioned earlier that El Pollo de la Muerte was going to be in action, and it looks like he's being led down to the ring by Demolition Fox, Otoro Azul, and Slamphibian, going up against Cool J Kyo, Yo Kyo of the Cyberbots. Starting off strong with effective strikes. Float over into that DDT. So out of the both of these guys, who'd you have in this match?
Oh god, I mean, I have to go with El Pollo.
For sure, that chicken wing is definitely one of the most devastating submission moves in the entirety of MNW.
Absolutely, and El Pollo is riding pretty high off of the fantastic defense of the Trios titles in Multiverse.
No, for sure, Demo put in work to win those, to retain those belts, taking on the Allfather as well as Grizzly Adams. At
the same time.
Yeah, at the same time, mind you. You could not get you could not be in a tougher situation. Now, the Cyberbots are definitely going to be up there as well, because if the Cyberbots go for those Trios titles, it's not just Kyo, but also Cyber Controller and Talos Sid. Talos still undefeated in singles competition. Man, I do not.
Absolutely.
I do not.
They are
between a Rock and a Talos space.
They are rising very high in the Trios scene. Absolutely. They are quickly gaining a little bit of supremacy. It wouldn't surprise me if they were going to call their shot in the next week or two.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, with the calculated nature of Cyber Controller at the helm, he's probably gonna try to space it out. Mostly to be like, hey, we have to strike when the moment is right.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to. It will be in their nature methodically try to take apart the competition. Although that would be it'd be very interesting to try to do that to AAA, considering the well, they've already kind of put through that by Doom. Even going so far as to try to remove the chicken wing from play. But that didn't really stop El Pollo, did it?
Yeah, for sure. Oh god, I mean, Kyo just raining down small little punches onto Pollo. Just that much consistency has got to rattle the chicken's noggin. Well, looks like he's trying to go in for that neck breaker again, but Kyo breaks out of it. And, ooh, stiff uppercut. Looks like he's trying to set him up for a chicken wing, but fakes him out and sends him into the turnbuckle. We got a message from Trav. We got a post on social media from Travis Carey. I would I would be good enough to say both Vaporwave and the Cyberbots would be our next contenders for the trios. Question is, which team wants it more? That is the question that everyone's going to be asking. Which team is going to want it more? Which team is hungry for it?
Absolutely. And especially on the Flashbang side of things, the brass doesn't like to leave any T's uncrossed or I's undotted, so they won't settle for anything less than an undisputed contender.
Oh yeah, for sure. Because like they've gotten burned with the logistics one too many times, and they want to be they want to know. Okay, this is how we're doing it. I don't blame them for one, but Sending Mojo into the corner. She's just a left jab. Counters into a leg sweep. Ooh, pecking at the helmet. Mojo is on a mission. Although you also weaken the head, you put it and then you put in the chicken wing. Yeah, that's going to be a recipe for disaster for them. Make them all lightheaded and then choking them out. Yeah. That's actually a really smart plan. Ooh, knockout punch. Now just working on the leg, just working on that knee, trying to make sure that his base is all messed up. Over that cover two. And Cool J Kyo is your winner. I was actually really surprised when this happened. If I'm being legit here, Cool J Kyo whipped out that real steel straight to the jaw of El Pollo, and then to add insult to injury, he worked on that knee to pretty much help prop it up for that pinning predicament. Making sure that not only that his leg was also hurting in the pin. That's that's kind of that is cold-blooded, which is ironic. All right, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have we got another showcase match coming up for you. But it's not just your regular showcase. No. It is a tag team showcase match. And coming out first, and, interesting predicament was Johan Mjoln and Tiki the Troll in the Troll Train. And PM Ghost, CG Ghost, Inspector Sonata. Coming in third, we have Simon the Psycho, and the Bulldog Grant Martin of Honorbound. And coming in last, we have Huge Mane and Big Rock in the Forces of Nature. Seriously, though, I was surprised that Johan frickin' was, moving. I didn't realize he could swing his hips like that. You learn something new about people every day.
I heard on broadcast that is something lost to dare or bet.
That feels about right. But here we have Simon the Psycho going up against Tiki the Troll himself, who got Huge Mane just spitting out. I don't know what that was. That green stuff. I want to say sap. I don't know.
Pollen?
Pollen. That makes sense. And then PM Ghost going up against the Bulldog. So the Punk going against the Bulldog as well. And then, Huge Mane just continuously trying to go after Tiki the Troll. And, here we go. Oh, God. Big body splash onto the Son of Thunder. Ooh, and PM Ghost with the under a rock. Oh, rocking a hard play. His apologies. Going for the cover. And unfortunately, Johan has been eliminated. And going for the cover on Bulldog. Bulldog kicks out at 2. CG Ghost also coming back from his, like, almost being crowned the king of the showcase himself, but unfortunately with Blackwell stacking the deck in Blackwell's favor, of course. Looks like Tiki's still working on... No, he's actually working on freaking Simon. Some, probably some residual Empire stuff there. Oh, and now here we see Bulldog getting kicked in the face by CG. Big Rock going up against Tiki. Simon just kind of assessing the situation. And you got a cover predicament on the PM Ghost from Huge Main. And the PM Ghost has been eliminated. What? Yeah, looks like Grant Martin was going to... Looks like CG was going for the cover on Grant Martin. Ooh, Tiki was about to get covered by Big Rock, but Tiki kicks out. I guess that delay from legs gave Tiki enough time to regenerate a little bit. And here we see huge bad GG Ghost getting covered, kicking out at 2. Like, legitimately speaking, I kind of wanted Spectre Sonata to win this, and not just because of any kind of like bias for CG or PM. You know, CG, occasional guest commentator for Firing Line. Oh, we got a double cover. Ooh, Big Rock kicks out at 2. Grant Martin pretty much holding CG down for what looks to be a 20 count. 1, 2, and the CG Ghost has been eliminated. That is unfortunate. Spectre Sonata are out of this showcase. And Big Rock looks like he's locked in the figure 4 from Tiki. Ooh, elbow drop onto Huge Main. Big Rock reverses out of it. Grant Martin just waiting. And Huge Main has been eliminated by the Psycho. Last 4. One whole team is still in this match. Show Dog onto the Troll 2. And unfortunately, the Troll Train has been eliminated from this match. So all that is left is Big Rock and Honorbound. It's like two dogs just circling their prey. Honorbound played it smart in this match with sticking together and at least trying to wait out their opponents.
I mean, I don't blame them for sticking pretty close after Shere Khan tried to break the whole group up.
Yeah, for sure. But because Grant Martin beat Shere Khan back on Multivania, Shere Khan cannot do anything against Honorbound. Ooh, choke chain. Ooh, go for that choke chain. Simon the Psycho dropping his elbow once again onto Big Rock, breaking up the submission. Yeah, a team with something to prove, especially in the wake of, well, I guess you could call it a controversy of being revealed as Lawson's enforcers. They definitely they quickly disassociated from that situation quick, and I'm not going to blame them. You don't need that kind of heat on you. Ooh, Show Dog onto the Big Rock, and that is 3. Your winner, Honorbound. Honorbound are showing that they are a contender. Like, they could be a contender for the tag team championships. Hell, even the trios championships with DeLuna.
They are. It's looking up to be a. Let's hope. Multiverse and maybe start with a good foot forward. They played well in this match.
Oh, for sure. Like, we got a post from Rico Rose. Honorbound is in a hunt, and did they show it? Oh, yes, they did. So yeah, I'm looking forward to what's going to be happening with Honorbound in the future. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have just a little bit more coming up next. Coming up next, we have singles competition scheduled for one fall. We have the Omni Slayer himself, Jagger Blackthorn, going up against the homicidal Suicide Gemini. In what looks to be some threads that he took from the Night Reaper? I'm not
I
sure.
wasn't sure if it was an homage to anything else. He does like to do that. Or it just could be, maybe he feels like he's got to move on to a new phase and whatever he's trying to accomplish. A lot of
Man, today is just a day. But
it is indeed today.
hopefully we get these...
Thankfully,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
it does cheer me up a little bit, by the way, that with the new camera work that we've got on the ring, we can get a little bit closer in on the action. Just catch some of those great moves. Little close-ups like this, it really adds to the moments because these are individuals going through a lot. Just a lot, generally. And it helps that we can read their faces, kind of get a look at them, because it doesn't really happen that we can just stop every one of them after a match and ask how their thoughts are.
Looks like he's setting up, hanging up on the ropes, swift knee strike. But yeah, you can definitely see like the sweat or the spit fall off of somebody with the new camera work. Brad is, like, I swear, Brad has been pushing this for months and months on end. I'm glad he is finally getting his moment under the sun. Well, getting his ideas coming to fruition.
Now that he has the budget to do it, hopefully.
Looking at you, doof!
Mm-hmm.
Man, bust the budget every freaking time. I think Rabbit's making him pay for his own pyro, which I'm not going to lie. Yes. Yes, do that.
Thank you. But Kitty is going to kitty jail for a long time, apparently.
Well, I mean, for kitty jail, I mean, you just kind of pick him up by the stomach and just kind of hold him up. They can't do anything after that.
Yeah, no, I just like to hold my little cat by on his back a little bit. He wiggles his little legs. It's kind of cute.
No.
Yeah.
What's not cute is what Gemini is doing to Jagger right now.
No.
Jagger, I think.
It's Gemini. I'm worried he's gonna take out an eye.
Yeah, I mean, both individuals are still, I think, would still be recovering from both of their, like, hellacious matches. And it looks like Jagger's setting up for the Hunters. No, the Wave Buster. I thought he was going to go for a Hunter's mark, but no, Wave Buster straight to the dome of Gemini. 2. Kick out at 2.5. But yeah, both these individuals went through hellacious matches back on Multiverse. Yeah, that was like almost 2 months ago. But still, though, like the body does not recover quickly. God, Slayer, strike! Going for that cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. God, Gemini's body, time and time again, just shows that he can take so much punishment. Looks like he's trapping him in the quarantine shades of Dr. Grimm, that rat bastard. I'm glad he's in multiple pieces. I said it.
Well, you won't be the only one to say it. Although, Jagger Blackthorn, Suicide Gemini to pieces, or we might see the reverse. Thankfully, Jagger Blackthorn is not doing its current, or how we say.
Yeah. And just
could also easily enough change.
Oh yeah, God, freaking Big suplex onto Jagger Blackthorn there. Jonai just systematically trying to destroy the Omnislayer, locking him up in the Rings of Saturn. He has won so many matches with these, and the funny thing about the Rings of Saturn is, it's not that it comes out of nowhere. It's always that you can see it coming. And in a lot of occasions, you just can't really do anything about it besides just endure. And speaking of enduring, Jagger unfortunately passed out while in the Rings of Saturn. And your winner, Suicide Gemini. Big win for the Homicidal One, the sadistic masochist, the masochistic sadist. You can throw it any which way. Also, you could call him a nutjob, but you know, that's just the boring way to put it.
Oh, for sure, but as I was going to say right before Gemini made Jagger Blackthorn pass out, Gemini, it serves very well to have someone like Gemini that can really take as much punishment as he can give, because regardless of our feelings on the matter, it does make sure the Flashbang has a member of the roster that can actually take such damaging punts. I mean, remember, ladies and gentlemen, you were watching basically the strongest individuals across the multiverse. It wouldn't really do to have them just turn up someone into paste every single week. That would get tiring very, very fast.
For sure.
Also, TV ratings.
Yeah, thankfully we're MA, but... Well, technically speaking MA, but technically not. We can get away with the swearing. Anyway, well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a fatal four-way with some of the contenders from the Interdimensional Championship Gauntlet match. So, coming up first, we have the good boy, the Sentai hero, the former Interdimensional Champion, Brawl Kaiser. Coming in second, we have the Grim Reaper. Coming in third, we have the Voodoo Child himself, Spike of the Bone Warriors. And coming in fourth, Aurelian, Starhand of the Rebel Star. And a nice little showcase of the people who were in the Interdimensional Championship match. Ooh, Reaper starting off early with a freaking pile driver. She's just trying to brain the freaking leader of the Rebel Star over there.
Absolutely. All four of these gentlemen were favorites among the crowd to win that Interdimensional Championship, and while they unfortunately did not go home with the golden belt, well, it's good to know that at least out of all of them, especially Brawl is okay. People rightfully got worried when it was taken off. With Rabbit in charge, thankfully, I'm sure he realized it would be good to throw these gentlemen back into the mix, see what's going to happen. We are going to need new contenders after our and establish a couple things.
For sure, especially with say Brawl Kaiser gets another shot at it. I mean, that would be yeah, I mean that would also be a chance for him to be a two-time interdimensional champion. That has never happened in MNW. The Interdimensional Championship has always gone to, at the very least, one other person. No one's ever held that belt twice.
Kaiser just showing off exactly how much back in shape he is with that little leg split over there. He's feeling cheeky. Although, I would keep an eye on that, though, because we have Aurelian, Starhand, and Grim Reaper in the ring.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Starhand is a very opportunistic individual. And the Grim Reaper, he was the freaking strategist for the Empire of Terror. He can be cold and calculating when he needs to be. Oh, Spike got Reaper up into a stalling vertical suplex. Ooh, going for a cover, and Starhand breaks it up.
It's very interesting, especially considering Grim Reaper was the one who essentially sort of enacted that plot to get Hey Mr. Rabbit his job back. Although Grim's own reasons for getting Lawson out are they're a little bit more complicated than that, I'm sure. And then you've got Aurelian, who's well, he's already seen what all these men can do, so he's a very dangerous individual in his position, especially with the skills under his belt.
I also like to think that Brawl Kaiser has here it is, dead man walking on the tightrope. I always like to think Brawl Kaiser has got to be on cloud 9, not the group, the metaphor. He has got to be feeling super freaking great about himself right now. Not only is he not shackled, well, I wouldn't say shackled. Not only does he not have the responsibility of defending the Interdimensional Championship, but he also has Lawson off of his back for a change.
And he also doesn't have the stress of having that position any longer.
Yeah, for sure. And we got a hold up, going for 2. Ooh, kick out at 2 is Spike. We got a tweet out from social media from Maximilian Thunder Thighs. I think some people might think I dislike Brawl and cheered at his loss of the Interdimensional Championship. Not true. Big fan of Brawl, and I hope he moved on from his past title run and reaches higher and higher. Oh, God. World Championship Brawl Kaiser. Think about it.
Oh, and he's kind of had a couple run-ins with the cartel in the past, although no one would know more about that than none other than Spike, who we have in the ring, who absolutely took Victor Vicious to his limit. So having Spike in here actually kind of helps balance things out. He's pretty much the most resilient man in here. Oh, and Bro. Oh! I think he missed, but...
Missing the pin, but Spike kicks out at 2.
Oh, Grim Reaper's trying to make Brawl pay for that. There's a couple stomps and just trying to get a hold of him, but the good boy can't keep a good boy down that easily. The ref having a hard time trying to keep track of the action. Oh god, and there goes Aurelian.
Yeeting Starhand out of the ring.
Well, I'm sure he knows how to fly, right? It shouldn't be too difficult.
I mean,
to get his bearings that quick.
Fly a ship, maybe.
Well, he's a what is it? He's a spacefaring man, isn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know. I picture him like just I don't know, maybe jetpack through space. I don't know how space works. It's just I'm going off all the.
Oh, looks like Reaper's going for a very cheeky cover. Brawl Kaiser kicks out at 1. Sorry about that, Faye. You were talking?
I don't know. I picture Aurelian Starhand like oh, he reminds me of the one from term.
I'm sure they would have like jetpacks or something in frickin' his part of the Nexus. Nice little tilt-a-whirl head scissors from Brawl Kaiser onto the Grim Reaper. Starhand actually working on the back of. Ooh, nice up and over. 2, 3. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, the good boy, the Sentai hero, the winner of this match is Brawl Kaiser. I'm gonna have to find a new moniker for this man because it works in 3s. And it didn't work. But what worked was Brawl Kaiser taking the win on this match, showing just how good of a mood that he's been in. He has to be feeling just tremendous right now.
Absolutely, but well, there are quite a few individuals who have made off very well as the result of Multivania, haven't they?
Oh, for sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of a backstory before we get into our next thing. We're getting into our Flashbang promo of the week. This past, in the main event of Multivania, not only did Victor Vicious defend his title, but he was also to be revealed to be the man behind the bounty on Semjax. He had Nitzig steal Semjax's Money in the Bank briefcase. And now we hear from the world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, your Flashbang promo of the week, Victor Vicious.
The Mega Money in the Bank. Funny how a plan comes together, eh, Multiverse? But to truly understand the present, we've got to turn back the clock a little bit. How about we turn it back to the C-101, shall we? You see, it wasn't mere coincidence that Mizuki and Apex were there at the right time to stop Semjax from cashing in. And Semjax, oh Semjax, a victim of his own hubris, trying to play games when he himself was getting played all along. And let's talk about another piece of the pie that nobody seemed to understand. The cartel and the murder cave allying themselves with each other. You all said it didn't make sense. They're on Warzone. Victor's just trying to soothe his own ego. Because obviously, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, but I do. Zocco Duo! I want what is rightfully mine! I want that 12 pounds of gold around your waist because it belongs to Victor Vicious! And when I cash in this Money in the Bank, I don't want some punk from Warzone to get involved. No. I want the ace of MNW 1-on-1! I want the ace versus the bad guy because you defended that title successfully against all comers. But you haven't faced anybody like me, Zocco. You may have fought Domain Man, but you haven't fought Domain Man. You may have fought Wilson, but you haven't fought Victor. You talked about how that title has drained you and made you tired. Let me put you to rest and read you your last rites. Call yourself the ace while you still can. Soon enough, you will kneel before me. And hail to the king.
Strong words from the world champion. I mean, we will find out what happens with that briefcase later on in the night, but until then, it is time for the main event. And, well, we got a rematch of sorts. We have Nitzig Gunk Gobbler of the cartel, briefcase in hand, being cheeky with it, going up against Christopher Caliban, better known as the Creation, being led down to the ring with his creator, Dr. Caliban. And a headbutt right out the gate. I mean, these guys are just not giving each other an inch. And it looks like Nitzig just being cheeky right now. I mean, the man stole the Money in the Bank, the Mega Money in the Big Bank briefcase. I mean, I would be a little egotistical myself, personally speaking.
Oh no, absolutely. When the Mega Money in the Bank moves, it is a big deal.
And especially now that, like, since it changed hands, it is still active. So that means Victor has until, well, a couple of weeks before Multivania to cash that in. And from the sounds of it, he wants to cash that in immediately.
Absolutely. Victor Vicious wanting to cash the title in on Zach O'Dell, our multiversal heavyweight champion over on Warzone. Of course, he's probably going to have to deal with Semjax, who is probably going to want that briefcase back because he has his own plans for it.
Demand. I think same thing, honestly.
As per now, however, on behalf of Legal, not only can Nitzig and, of course, Victor Vicious by extension of ordering Nitzig and being in the same faction as Nitzig, not only can they attempt to cash it in, but Semtex will still be allowed to cash in once he gets the briefcase back. So, there's a lot at play here, because while Victor Vicious is going to go after Zacho, absolutely, if he's able to, Semtex is also going to try to prevent that from happening, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. And Christopher Caliban, though, like a freaking a literal, actual, factual monster, not only in the ring, and he is just him and freaking Nitzig are just tearing it up right now.
As they tore up their graveyard match that we saw in Multivania, which please catch that, individuals.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, we didn't do it justice in the recap. I would definitely go back and watch that match. Watch the entire effing show.
Yes, it was an absolute treat, and it's not too late to see the knock-on effect that this past Multivania have for the next year.
I mean, for sure, because it definitely sets the stage for nights like this, because Christopher Caliban is not at his home court of the graveyard. Nitzig can't. They're on an even playing field right now, and Nitzig is actually doing very well against the Creation.
Absolutely.
Now trying to stretch him out.
And just trying to stretch out the Creation right there. Just dragging him to the ropes. Ooh, throwing him into the freaking... Throwing him into the corner here. Ooh, Creation fights back. Ooh, jumping on and just wailing on the freaking tusks. I hear those are either the most sensitive or the hardest part of an orc's body. It's either one or the other. I don't know which one.
I don't know. Personally, I think an orc, if you tried to rip out the tusks, they would just try to gouge you to death with them, and then just keep them.
Yeah.
But it makes sense that Nitzig is going to have to be very, very violent up against Christopher Caliban here. He knows the second that he gets locked into that infamous wheel of pain, there is a very small hourglass that is just dripping to the bottom. Time will be running out.
Yeah, it was kind of like a race against belts and whatnot.
And just Creation just strong strikes onto the outside. Count at 7, by the way. And he staggered Nitzig onto the barricade. Count of 8. He's got until the count of 10 to get back into the ring. Nitzig looks winded. He doesn't look like he's going to get back in. Count of 9. Is Nitzig going to make it back into the ring? He makes it. It's a little too late for Nitzig to get back in. And your winner via countout, the Creation.
To quote one half of our Flashbang Tag Team Champions, it looked like Nitzig was out of time.
That it did.
You can't hate that one. He's been commenting in the chat for the entire night on social media.
Listen, I can't. I'm not gonna harp. I'm not gonna be that guy. So easy now. But ladies and gentlemen, you will definitely notice that we're not doing a flashbang moment of the week because, well, let's just say it coincides with the Warzone moment of the week. We kept looking at this show front and back, and Well,
There was really only one choice, I'm
there
sorry to
was really only
say.
one choice on both for both shows, and well, it is going to be. Yeah, it's going to be. You'll see it when you see it. But before we get into the call out and close Flashbang for the evening, we have a post on social media from the Sandman. Orc's teeth actually can be easily taken out. Did some research. It's their main currency too. Teeth themselves are hard, but the part where they connect to the jaw is very soft. Ah, interesting. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is Flashbang. And we're going to go right on ahead and get into the call-outs. This week we have Travis, and Travis sits down with a very interesting individual. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy.
Hello, everybody. My name is Travis, and welcome back to the Call Out. Now, before we usually get into our introduction to our next wrestler, I just have to welcome our future and great co-interviewer. Oh my God, I just can't remember your name. Oh, they should have told me. Well, I'm sure that you'll be around here long enough for me to actually remember it, but that's okay. Welcome aboard there, you kobold. Anyways, tonight I have myself a very interesting wrestler. He's new to the wrestling roster, but he's making such big waves that everybody's turning around to see the king of the lichens. I'm talking, of course, of Alistair Evergreen. Good evening, Mr. Evergreen. How you doing tonight?
Well, a little hungry, but otherwise I'm doing good. Weather's nice. Good day to do some hunting, you know?
Well, hopefully after this interview, you can have a good hunt. You've made a big impact on your first few weeks on the roster. How has the roster taken to the king of the lichens?
Most seem to like it. I don't hold my tongue. I have respect for those like Grimm, the Wastelanders, the Old Guard. They've earned it, you know? I have a lot of fans these days. I got to deal with some old friends my dad used to hire, so all of that, you know, it's keeping me at ease mostly. Personally, I don't like throwing around my royalty all that much. I'm a hunter and a warrior first and foremost.
I wouldn't worry too much about it. We got a lot of royalty around here. Do you have a goal in mind there, Alistair? Or at least maybe a belt you want to take on in the near future?
Really only one belt. I've been saying it for weeks, and I'll continue to say it until I am crowned the hardcore ace. I want the Warp Gate. And I want to bring it back to its full glory like Grimm and Storyteller did when it was first held.
Ah, yes, the hardcore belt. Brought back to the days of Grimm and Storyteller carrying it with an iron fist. I do remember those days. Now, there has been some talk of some teams that are interested in working with you. Would you want to be with a faction or a team, or does Alistair hunt alone?
Currently, I'm not in the position to say anything on that, but what I will say is I have friends everywhere. A king isn't anything without his court, after all, you know?
Fair enough. So, what are your thoughts on your supposed adversary, Mr. Butler? You seem to really enjoy provoking him, especially with his first name, Sebastian.
Prey who stare at headlights are bound to be drawn to a truck. That's all I see this as. An obstacle. I'm a hunter. It's rare I get to play with my food. That being said, I have kept my eye on someone. That Shark Emperor of the Bad Batch, he seems fun. Once my time with Little Sippy is all set, I would like to have a word with Carcharodon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here, folks. After the battles of Mr. Butler and Alistair Evergreen, there may be some shark-infested waters in the near future. Is there anything you'd like to say to the Firing Line audience?
Oh, it's always a lovely time to speak to you all. I hope to show you just how far I will go to prove my claim in the hardcore division. And as for what you can call me, you know, I've seen most people call me Alice, so if you wish, hey, why not? Till next time.
And that was Alistair Evergreen, everybody. And since he's kind of okay with it, we have our Alice. Now, let's see if Warzone is his wonderland. And if you want to see Alistair Evergreen, tune in on Saturdays for Warzone at twitch.tv/Dr_Caliban. My name is Travis, and thank you from the Call Out. No fucking...
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut it off right there. So we got a message from Mr. Butler. How many times do I have to tell you people not to use my actual name? I mean, you're gonna have to take that up with Alistair. Butler. That sounds like a him thing. And then we got another one from. So I just. Am I gonna have to play mediator? I don't want to play mediary between both of our frickin' both of our interviewers. Travis, the brass like this guy. Let's not make that upset them even more. All right, so welcome back, Faye. I'm just trying to play mediary of Nyback and Travis are getting a little having a little friendly competition to say.
Oh, we could always use a little bit more of that in the company. All of that, sorry about that, everyone, by the way. I had to fight my cat for a second there.
Yeah, that cat, I mean, I don't want to be mean because I love myself some cats. They're adorable. But that one might be a demon kitty.
I got it from a shelter, and it's been, like, looking at food very weird.
Wait. When you say cat, you're not talking about that like worm-looking thing, right?
Yeah, that's my cat.
Oh boy, okay.
It's a cat.
Okay.
It's a cat!
Never mind. No. I'm not going near that thing. Okay. So we got a post on social media from Carcaradon. The king wants an audience with the emperor, eh? Go ahead, Alice. Say your piece. We're just gonna go right on ahead and like move past and get into Warzone, eh?
Oh boy, Warzone.
Alright, so we're going to go right on ahead and get into that, and we are going to go right on ahead and get into the first Warzone match. That is the Warzone Battle Royal. Faye, why don't you take this one away? I apparently got a note from Phyllis that she needs something needs my attention right now.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MNW Warzone half of the Firing Line show. We're starting off with a 10-man rumble, and we will explain this a little bit later, but first we have the beef of VIP coming in to face off against XR Kun. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. There is a 10-man rumble that will starting off tonight's show as far as Warzone's concerned. And you can already see the clock ticking down. For those of you not familiar with the Rumble format, the ring will slowly get filled out until there's enough competitors in the ring. They'll eventually start eliminating each other, which will mean throwing themselves over the top. And in comes at number 3, Daverman, the superhero, who looks like he's just already right back into things. Just little poses here and there. Although I think he and the Beef have a couple things to work out here and there. And at number 4, we have Maximilian Thunderthighs, who we saw a little bit from social media already.
Right,
and coming in at number 5 soon. Welcome back, Joe. This is going to be a little chaotic, ladies and gentlemen, for a little bit. Number 5, the myth incarnate, reborn, the legend himself, Beowulf. Last year's Rookie of the Year. Again, this is going to be a little bit rapid fire, because the ring is going to fill out. It is, again, over-the-top elimination, as I was just explaining to our lovely viewers.
Yeah, because looks like we got Maximilian Thunderlights going up against Daverman. Beowulf looks like he's going for that tightrope walk on the beef. Death Charge coming in. Exar Kun. And yet Beowulf walking the head of Exar. Death Charge working on. Just beating down the beefling.
Absolutely. He's going after the longest man who is in the Rumble so far. And number 7, we have CJR Killer of the Outlaws. And soon we're going to have our number 8th slot fill out the ring. And don't mind the visuals, ladies and gentlemen. They are harmless. They won't do anything to you. We're not really sure what the visuals are. But there will be a few glitches here and there. Again, adjusting to the new reality we found ourselves in.
Just a little bit. It looks like Vince Sanji enters the ring and takes out the beefling. And Thunder Thighs is also out of this match, as well as Daverman.
Yes, Beowulf eliminating Daverman shortly before Vin eliminated the beef. And out the ring, we're going to have a number 9 slot open up here in a second. And none other than Earl King West himself, which is very interesting considering the Wild Hunt is going after him and oh god, CGR with the elbows right down onto Vinsmoke, who did not like that.
Oh, for sure did not like that.
But coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our final entrance. Again, this is the 10-man Rumble. We've had 3 eliminations, so this will be our last entrance.
And it is 0 hour. 8-0 comes in at 10. And Probate, thank you for resubscribing with a tier 3 sub. Fun fact for tier 3 subs: they get the Rams.
You have Rams?
Yes, I have a Ram emote. Because we got depth charge. Ooh, super kick straight to the
Earl King took out Death Charge, yeah.
Earl King took out Death Charge and the freaking brutal swift super kick straight to the dome of freaking CJR. Jesus.
Well, it is hashtag Venusbuck. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you unfamiliar, Vinsmoke essentially has the deadliest kicks in the business right now.
Well,
that shooter style. Well, that shooter style is kind of infamous.
One of the deadliest kicks in the business.
Yes.
I have to say this because if I don't, Tiger is going to kick my skull in. And I don't mess with the Amazon for reasons.
It is very interesting that you say that because with the Rumble format. So as a quick overview for our viewers, I will get into the news on the Brawl for Y'all tournament shortly here in a bit. This 10-man Rumble right here is just an example of what you might expect on MNW Blast, which will be a series that will feature the Brawl for Y'all. It will be a series of 7 10-man Rumbles. I say 7 because we already have a winner for the first Rumble. For those of you who remember, there was a golden opportunity match won by none other than the Dagrick, and he has the first. Oh, that's the thing. He has none other than the first star chip, and there will be a total of 8 entrants with star chips. At the end, the individual who comes out of those series of brawls will be your Wish Upon a Brawl winner, and they will be granted a single wish, which means basically they can request any kind of match, any kind of stipulation. The previous winner of that Brawl for Y'all was none other than Sasquatch King, one half of the Warzone Tag Team Champions.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just an example.
And it looks like Beowulf is setting up Vinsmoke in a Cloverleaf sharpshooter-like situation. And we got
recognizing the threat here.
We got a message out from the janitor. He has it on good authority that the visuals are a feature of the new cameras that we're using after the multiverse nearly tore itself apart. And while I was reading that, Beowulf eliminates Vinsmoke. Your winner of this Battle Royale, Beowulf. The man, the myth, the legend himself.
A very great start. Very great start back to Warzone's return. Match, by the way, again, it's only for bragging rights, but that doesn't mean we won't potentially see Beowulf. And if you recall earlier, ladies and gentlemen, how our host mentioned the presence of Taigiri up against Vinsmoke's own shooter style, that is technically a matchup we could see, and I say that because the Brawl for Royale tournament is open to both Warzone and Flashbang members. And again, this will be featured solely on the YouTube channel as to, again, feature focus what is a very, very important tournament. It will be a YouTube exclusive, that said. But like I was just saying, you could end up seeing in one match maybe half Flashbang, half Warzone, so you could technically end up with Taigiri up against Vinsmoke Sanji, along with many other matchups that you could think of. So definitely tune in to the YouTube channel once that eventually is produced and it is up and live to air, because we don't do crossovers that often, but this is a very important exception, I find. And you will see the rest of the roster, of course, every respective Friday and Saturdays. But that is just an example, ladies and gentlemen, of the type of match you can end up with. Of course, this match was just all Warzone faces. But again, we might see them later on in the tournament.
For sure, and hopefully, because, legitimately speaking, there's a lot of those matchups I would love to see. I mean, I know on the house show circuit they keep doing Mega Blitz and Brawl Kaiser as like a tag team. I would love to see that often. As well as, I'm not going to lie to you. Before we get into our next match, I'm just going to say this. What if we have Jaunt versus Apollo Hades in a smug bastard contest?
A smug bastard contest?
Who is the most smug out of Apollo and Jaunt? Think about it.
That's a very interesting one. Although, it's funny you mentioned that too, because I've had people on social media saying, he should go for the dance-off.
Oof.
Smugfest.
Smugfest, yes.
That match would never end.
God, the heat would just keep building between those two.
They should sign a book deal and get put on one of those cheesy... I swear. I'm sorry, I apologize, it's just, that's not my kind of thing. I got specific tastes, personally, but we do gotta keep the audience happy. So.
Speaking about keeping the audience happy, we still have a whole lot of Warzone to go through. That was only the first match.
Oh, absolutely. We've got so much more.
We have,
ladies and gentlemen,
we have a tag team contest scheduled for one fall. We have Sir Uncle Dunk and Mr. Butler of Blood Money going up against the main man, Big Papa Plutonium, the Chernobyl Chad, and Gorewheel of the Toxic Landers riding in on the meat wagon. The meat wagon is running wild.
I could feel the rad counter go up, slowly start ticking higher. Thankfully, it can't hurt us.
And we have Butler and Uncle Dunk not giving a damn. The main man shoulder checking them both.
To be fair, I wouldn't be into the glowing radiation man either.
Well, Uncle Dunk is definitely riding. I would definitely, if I was Uncle Dunk right now, I would definitely be riding on a high, because he did fight Probunaga at Multivania in a. Oh my god, it was a 50-50 back and forth, and was able to make
gentleman's duel.
A gentleman's duel, and he came out on, and Uncle Dunk came out on top of that. I would be I mean, I would be elated myself and definitely trying to kind of ride that into some form of momentum. I mean, Uncle Dunk has a lot to go after. Also, I hear somebody knocking on my door. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. Faye, could you please take over?
All right. Well, as our lovely host, Joe Mojo, was just saying, Sir Uncle Dunk has set his eyes on the tag team scene. Although, of course, that also means naturally you'd have to go up against a powerhouse team like the Toxic Wastelanders, who we've seen quite a lot of, especially with the main man's return at Multivania. And prior to this, looks like we got a little bit of an interruption, and that is none other than, I believe, Alistair Evergreen, who we heard from a little bit in the call out. It looks like he is, for some reason, it looked like he was calling out Sir Uncle Dunk, which is interesting because Alistair has been feuding a little bit with Mr. Butler, Sir Uncle Dunk's bodyguard. Mr. Butler doesn't look too happy over there, especially now that his boss is getting tossed over the rope, and Gorewheel is just, oh, you're not going to count him out, are you? Please, no. They're just staring ominously at him. Oh, nope. Okay, thankfully back in the ring. So we didn't have another count out tonight, which is very good. But on the bad news, that interruption, it looks like, really took Sir Uncle Dunk off guard. Maybe he's just never seen a werewolf in person, which I can verify that is absolutely a werewolf form. That wasn't just the guy in a suit.
Hey.
Oh, but that's the money clip. The main man's gonna have to fight out of that.
Hey, Faye.
Hey, what's up?
Please take your worm home.
What did it do?
Yeah, I'll tell you after the show.
Oh my god. I brought it in its case, but it must have broken out. I'm sorry. What? Okay, I'm gonna. Maybe Mr. Wheeler knows a good solution for. Oh shit! Oh no. Okay, you catch up with the audience. I'm gonna go check in on that.
Please do. Anyway, so Half-Life seems to be out of nowhere on Unkley. Go over that cover. 1, 2. Ooh, Butler breaks it up at 2. Also, I didn't notice it earlier, but Butler has the Blood Money logo on his back jacket. That's actually really nice. Looks good on him. Looks like the main man parading around Butler. Butler quickly breaks out of it. As far as I know, Butler's actually the freshest. I might be wrong here. I really might be wrong. But Butler's probably the freshest one in this match. Uncle Dunk is taking a whole lot of punishment from the main man here. The Chernobyl Chad looks like he's got, oh my god, it's like he blew freaking radiation in his face and kicks him in the freaking, oh god, that soccer kick to the head, going for that cover. 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner with a supposed distraction from Alistair Evergreen, the main man and Gorewheel, the Toxic Wastelanders. Big win for the Wastelanders, especially because both of them definitely wanted to be in a more of a singles competition. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, big win for them, and hopefully Blood Money can definitely get back into. Okay. All right then. So, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Butler.
That was a cheap trick you pulled last week, Evergreen. But I am not happy with the way he did that. And the boss is still recovering from all that acid.
Yeah, that looked horrifying to witness. I can't personally think about like what he's currently going through right now. Like how is he right now?
Well, it's nothing permanent. He'll be fine. It's just gonna take a while to heal.
All right. So you and Alistair Evergreen have been kind of having a war of words as of late, and appears as though Alistair wasn't particularly happy with how your guys' last match ended. I mean, like, what are your current feelings right now?
My current feelings is simple. It's all legal as long as the referee doesn't see it. But like I said a few weeks ago, if he doesn't want me to have any excuses as to why I win, I'm happy to take that excuse off the table.
All right, and well, unfortunately, we're going to have to progress into the evening proper. We will have to disconnect you for right now, and hope you have a good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Butler, and anyway, hopefully we have hopefully Faye deals with her cat issue.
I got it.
God, it's just wiggling in your freaking arms right now.
Yeah, no, it's okay. He'll calm down a little bit. I just when I put him right above the eyes right there, it's just goes real. It's nap time now. See, there you go.
I'm sorry. It made a weird. Is that the noise it makes when it's happy?
Yes. I don't know. It's kind of soothing to me personally. But sorry if you hear any noise, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want this thing to tear up the backstage because next thing I know, it's gonna okay. In the agenda for next week.
Yeah. I'm just still gonna say that thing makes me very unsettled.
I've got quite a few unsettling things, unfortunately, that we have to get into still.
Yeah, so let's go on ahead and get into our next match, as that thing's giving me a weird look. Anyway, so coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we got a singles match scheduled for one fall. We have... Oh, that's not the one. What the hell? What the fuck? No. What the actual hell? Hang on, I gotta double check something else. Okay, that's still there. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that was the Multiverse match, too. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have One Chance, formerly of the Jobber Clan, and strutting on down to the ring. New season, new year. Well, the new season is essentially a new year for MNW. And these guys are, I mean, you got guys like One Chance who are definitely going to try and make their mark. One Chance coming up a little short on the last couple of Nexus Titan contendership matches. Nexus Titan title matches between, with the Storyteller kind of making a break for that one. And just one, kind of just feeling it, kind of feeling the energy here. Waiting on his opponent.
Sometimes you need to stretch your legs a little bit in the ring, just really feel the place that you're going to be wrestling in. And coming up is his opponent.
And his opponent, Absolute Washington of the Absolute Units. Absolute Washington, of course, the hair of the Absolute hair care products. I mean, half the reason why his hair can stay up that straight and also be that flowy in the back. My wife, my wife Celeste is actually a very frequent use of their cocoa butter as well as their conditioner. It's actually kind of how my hair stays actually nice and soft. Anyway, and just Absolute Washington here, not being led down to the ring by his old friends, the Fortress Wade and TJ the Mint Gable. And
or he just wants to really focus.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the last couple of singles matches he have gone pretty much 50-50, but I believe they were in losing effort. So getting that win in this new season of MNW is definitely going to be needed.
Absolutely. being raised, as you'll see later on in the evening. So it's on every wrestler's mind that they're gonna have to step up their game. They're gonna really have to push and test their limits.
Push, test their limits, just making sure that they are at the peak performance to try and well, pretty much enter or leave Multivania next year with a title in hand. Because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. You can make all the friends you want. You can get into the best match in this company. But if you're not going, a lot of competitors say, if you are not going for gold, what are you doing? I mean, Alistair has his eyes on the Warpgate Hardcore Championship. I assume the Absolute Units have their eyes on the Tag Team Championships once again. Hell, freaking Juan Chance here probably wants to get back into the Nexus Titan Contendership. Actually, no, it was the Big Oof. I apologize. It was the Big Oof.
That was correct. That was it. It was the Big Oof match, which was interrupted.
Yeah, sorry. I misremembered. Yeah, Juan Chance just looks like he's trying to break the arm of Absolute Washington right there.
Well, and so very unfortunate for.
Wait, what's up? Hold on. Sorry, I was replying to another note from Phyllis. What happened?
One chance won.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, a very efficient victory. Unfortunate for Mr. Absolute Washington. Not going to be one to write home about, but that's all right. He's got his buddies, and I'm sure they're gonna work out a game plan for themselves. But congratulations to Juan Chance.
Well,
that's a great foot in the door.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I've always said this about Absolute Washington as well as the units on the whole. The units work very well as a team, whether it be tag team or trios competition. Absolute Washington is a tremendous and efficient tag team wrestler. And trios wrestler as well. I would love to see him try and take home the freaking tag gold.
Rather uncertain future, but we're gonna have to, ladies and gentlemen.
For sure. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bit of a rematch, actually, speaking. So coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a singles match scheduled for one fall. Sergeant Major Payne coming out in some pretty nice new camo, going up against Nakano Kirishima of Blood Money. Blood Money not doing too well in the match previously, so Nakano trying to get some momentum back for his faction.
Absolutely. He wants to push the momentum a little bit, and he's known for being a little bit of a delinquent, but on the opposite hand, we have Sergeant Major Payne, who is shaping up to be a very disciplined force, as it is right now. This is a singles match, which is part of Sergeant Major Payne's boot camp challenge. He is going to improve himself with the results of I can get into this into a minute, but as it is right now, Defunka, as it was revealed in commentary during this match, it seems he's been moved to a long-term care facility, and he will no longer be wrestling in the Nexus, which is very unfortunate for his career. But that even just more so ensures that Sergeant Major Payne has to improve himself, because so he might have to strike out on his own.
I mean, at this point, I think that Cloud9 has just quietly dissolved. Sergeant Major Payne and Ignacio survived.
Going to be interesting.
I'm sorry?
That is absolutely true. Sergeant Major Payne, Ignacio Cervantes with the unfortunate match against Dr. Grimm, seems Defunk is just permanently hospitalized.
It is unfortunate, and that is we can get into that when the match is over, but also because like freaking Nagano Kirishima is just working on Sergeant Major Payne's back right here. Ooh, swift knee strike to the jaw. Jesus, go over that cover. 2. Ooh, kicking out at 2.
Right, Nakano is looking to tear up the singles scene a little bit, so he's not afraid to dip his toes into some singles action whenever Mr. Butler and Sir Uncle Dunk are... it seems like they're trying to improve their teamwork as far as the tag scene goes, so it's going to be interesting how Blood Money can play things out a couple of ways. You can have a couple mix-ups with how they assemble their tag team. He's always a little bit of an independent, so you could certainly. But it is going to be useful for him and the rest of Blood Money to get some experience, because as we all know with tag matches, ladies and gentlemen, there is always going to be a couple moments where you will be separated from the rest of your team, and you will not be able to get their help. So it's going to be your job to fight out of it the best you can. And Sergeant Major Payne is proving to be a little bit of a difficult challenge here for Nakano.
For sure. I mean, especially Sergeant Major Payne busting open Nakano on the barricade. Count of 5 on the outside.
The undisciplined delinquent versus the disciplined unknown soldier.
Huh. You actually bring a good point on that. The street punk, essentially, versus the honed, trained soldier. I mean, boot camp is no laughing matter. I have witnessed and reported on it a few times. It is... oh, God, it is rough. They asked me to do a few of their exercises, and I was like, sure, why not? How hard can it be? And then 2 hours later, I'm dying of like heat exhaustion. Figuratively, of course. Anyway, Nakano going back to just breaking the arm of Sergeant Major Payne. Oh, looks like he's trying to go in for like a super kick, but gets a lariat for his troubles. Ooh, another stiff forearm straight to the dome. Breaking the arm of Nakano himself, going in for that cover. 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Sergeant Major Payne. Big win for Sergeant Major Payne, getting one up on Nakano. I believe if I remember correctly, I think they're either... holy shit, that's Ignacio Cervantes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Straight to the freaking back, taking...
oh god, ambush from behind! It seems like Ignacio, at least, is living up to the spirit of Defunct's, less than honorable tactic, you could say.
I didn't realize that Ignacio had so much animosity for freaking Major Payne. Like, legitimately speaking, I thought they were still, like, good, and they were still buddies, especially since they were pretty much all they had when they were in Cloud 9. This surprised the absolute bejesus out of me. Oh, it's stretching out Ignacio.
He's gonna have to break out of that, but he taps! Actually, he has to tap out of that.
Belly to belly suplex onto the social outcast. Oh god, big boot!
That's interesting you mentioned that, because you could say Nakano is also sort of an outcast in his own right. But Sergeant Major Payne is just done with it. He's walking back, just leaving the rabble in the ring.
I mean, he won his match against Nakano Kirishima, and then I guess he felt like he dealt with the intruding force that was Ignacio Cervantes, and we're gonna have to see what happens later on, because this development is interesting to say the least.
Right. So, as we were saying mid-match, and we will expound upon it just briefly as a catch-up. For those of you who were unaware, yeah, Defunk wanted to really test himself, prove himself worthy of the Great Bull, which he past tense. I'm sure the man's barely conscious as of now, which led him into a very unfortunate match with Dr. Grimm, who poisoned him, and until the point where foam started apparently coming out of Defunct's helmet as he was being ferried to the hospital by medical personnel. They had to rush, so that looks like a very deadly case of poisoning. And he's been half comatose or just completely comatose ever since. And as I was saying prior, he is now in a long-term care facility. So again, we will no longer be seeing Defunct in the Nexus, as far as we know. And I didn't receive this from just anywhere. This was from the words of Jerry Aldini on the Warzone commentary team and our general manager. And if the general manager says, he's essentially retired, he's retired. So that leaves the breakup of Cloud9 pretty much cemented. As for Ignacio Cervantes, shortly after running out and playing a little bit of a prank on Sergeant Major Payne, he clarified that he loves the ring and he wants to be in the spotlight essentially at all times. So he doesn't really feel any shame about running in on a former faction mates match, right? It's just kind of like spoiling the victory a little bit. That's which was interestingly enough commented on behalf of One Death Charge. It feels like people are of the opinion that Ignacio's what's the expression? Pissing in the pot a little bit.
Kind of.
Yeah, he's not really a whole lot of shame about it. Although Payne quickly proved he's twice as disciplined as both of them combined, both Nakano and Ignacio, which is what I will get out of that. So, in his own way, unintentionally, he both very, very effective in singles action. So, congratulations to Sergeant Major Payne, and we'll see here for you. And the same could be said of Ignacio and Nakano.
For sure, but we will be, I guess, seeing where this goes in the when it comes to, at the very least, Ignacio and Sergeant Major Payne. But we still have the other half of the card to go through. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have another singles match scheduled for a one fall. He's no longer Injustice, he is Paragon. Coming down to the ring against definitely one of the most the smuggest individuals in Warzone, Jean Tristram.
God, speaking of smug, hang on, I will read you this text. Hello, Porter. I would have you obliged to know I have graciously accepted an interview for the call-out to be aired in the near future. Have a pleasant evening. Oh my god, that dick.
Wow, the ego. The ego on this man.
I regret time.
Pasty, authentic
Great state of Washington. I appreciate being.
Yeah, after this week, your cat's no longer allowed to come in with you.
No, that's fair. Like, a cat can stay at home, and hopefully he won't eat through my door. Oh god, the consecutive elbow drops, though. As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, he's an egotistical bastard, but he's very capable one. We've seen him, John Tristram, that is, go up against the likes of Hyrold and even Maximilian Thunder Thighs, who we saw earlier in the evening.
And Paragon
he's gone for the throat.
Going for the throat, yet Paragon breaks out of that.
He wasn't having it, and he's going to lay out Jaunt over on the ropes over here. God.
Calling his shot. Oh, boot to the jaw. Especially since freaking Jean earlier on in this match was freaking just going nuts on freaking Paragon's jawline. The Justice jawline, they say.
Oh God, maybe he doesn't. Do you think maybe he doesn't like the fact that Jake has such a very
Naturally pronounced jawline.
yes.
You know, I wouldn't doubt it because that sounds like Jean's. Like, just something so vain and so minuscule. Like, legitimately speaking, he's got the freaking, like, he's got the looks. He's got the, like, he knows how to use it. But that's like something so small and minuscule that he would be so bothered by that.
I mean, apparently, oh God, you're not gonna. I mean, I believed it once he told me. Apparently, he studied exactly where every camera in the arena is, just to make sure he can give the best shots for the cameras.
I mean, to be fair, I kind of will kind of give him that. That's actually a smart idea for when it comes to. Oh God, Sunset Flip. Where's the Canadian Destroyer? Canadian Destroyer kicking out at 2. But yeah, like, if you're I can get into this later, but knowing where each camera is actually a very smart idea for if you're on a weekly TV show like this, especially when it comes to, like, people capturing the facial expressions.
I mean, he certainly does want to make sure they capture his face.
Yeah.
Although, that's kind of to his own disadvantage, because this man also gets punched in the face a lot. I mean, for all the attention he gives to his abs, people really love to punch him in the face. Oh, God. And,
yeah, and Paragon was giving him attention to his spine, powerbombing him onto the outside. Jean not liking that too much, and he's
immediately trying to take control of the match again.
He's acting as if like a wild animal or something. He's feral.
Okay, did you not? You do recall when he got busted open in that one showcase, and then he attacked and went after, in order, I believe. He eliminated Enigma. Then after it is who might have been the one who. God.
Man. Yeah, this just cements it. Your cat's not allowed no longer allowed in this booth. Unfortunately, you're still roboting. Brad is kind of, yeah, he's doing the worried noises. Oh. Hang on. I clumps out the door. No, we don't need your help, Clunk. Just, yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Just, I think Nilak needs you back at the break room. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Thank you. Broke the door. He broke the door.
What?
Clunk was supposed to freaking wanted to help, and ended up accidentally breaking the door. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, back into the match. Justice Jake, not Justice Jake, Paragon broke the undefeated streak of one Jean Tristram.
Yes, he was actually undefeated in singles competition up until this point, interestingly enough, which, again, is kind of astounding considering the prior two men he beat were both High Rolled and Maximilian Thunder Thighs. But it looks like Jake managed to get a hold of, maybe just get a beat on how Jaunt was gonna act, and just kind of expected everything that was being thrown at him.
Oh, there was a beating, all right.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have a. Also, I did promise I was going to mention that. But yeah, like mostly for like facial expressions as well as like capturing like the right move at the right time. Yeah, you definitely want to know where every camera in that arena is, even cell phones, because cell phone pictures and like videos and whatnot, those last a bit longer for some reason. Anyway. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have another tag team contest scheduled for one fall from two different former champions. We have former tag team champions Devin and the Scorpion Jack Abbott of Shoot Nation going up against Carnival and Gorm, the Conquest Bloodline. And,
Wait a minute! The hell?
okay, and looks like Devin is, well, Ruff's down already.
I think Devin, whatever he wants to do, he didn't want the refs in. There it is. The ref's dead.
I'm
Thank goodness he's
Now-
emotionally immortal. I mean, what the hell?
But I mean, if it works, it works. I mean, we are dealing with the Conquest Bloodline, who have been proving themselves a very strong in the tag team company now.
Yeah.
They really give the All Odds a run for their money.
Oh god, I mean, freaking the overall power of Gorm and Carnival's mind games. They definitely took the OLODs to their absolute limits. I mean, I could definitely see this. I mean, and as well as like, I believe OLODs were the ones to take the titles off of Shoot Nation. So I mean, Conquest gets this win. It kind of does cement that they should still be in contention for the tag team titles in one way, shape, or form, whether it be in the future or as their next contenders. Oh God, rope trap that he trapped the rope in the words. Trapped his leg inside of the ropes and just dismantling it. It's the mind games that I was talking about. Surprised that, like, oh God, brainbuster. Surprised that Carnival doesn't try to, you know, make people tap or anything. It feels like he wants to choke people out.
Get a little. That's one way to get personal. You could say. But it's going to be very interesting because with a matchup like Carnival and Gorm, speaking of which, I did learn through watching this match back that apparently Carnival and the Conquest Bloodline did face off against Shoot Nation at some point earlier in their careers, although Shoot Nation did take that one home. So this is also a little bit of revenge. Regardless, it's going to be very interesting seeing how Shoot Nation, who has been proven to be very slightly underhanded, but otherwise just possessing just very brutal combat efficiency. Ouch! And laying out Gorm. Okay, that was
power slam onto Gorm. Also, I'm seeing a lot of people making a comment about two separate sets of champions. So, yes, I said two separate sets of champions. Shoot Nation with the tag titles. I did not say Carnival held a title. I was implying about Gorm's multiple hardcore championship wins. That's what I meant. I know Carnival has not held gold yet, and I'm sure Taylor is probably definitely wanting Carnival to get at least one more shot. I mean, although
apparently,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Apparently, yes, there may have been some titles held by the Bloodline that Reign apparently was not recognized by the brass, which is
it was during the C101 tag, the year they did tags, and the belts were up for grabs, but they weren't. No one will technically be the winner until they won the tournament, essentially.
Absolutely, and Carnival breaking up that pin.
Carnival breaking up the pin. Devin going for that cover. Kick out at 2 is Gorm. God, you're going to have to do a whole lot more to make sure that you bring this big man down for good.
Absolutely. I mean, Shoot Nation is very effective, and they work very well together, but it's very, very hard to come up against just a powerhouse like Gorm, very frankly speaking.
Yeah, because
there's only so much damage you can kind of do. And as far as I know, both men are just normal people. Although they do know where to hit. As we see right there.
Well, both of them are trained MMA fighters, and they both are very proficient in just systematically destroying body parts going in for their respective submissions. Devin with his STF, and Jack Abbott with the Scorpion's tail. Mostly going around with the legs, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong, horribly wrong.
I believe you're correct, but if you mean on the part of Jack Abbott, he gave Zach a very hard time during the Seed 101 that we had previously in fall.
Oh god, yeah, he came out with like all kinds of ferocity against Zacco Duo.
Oh yeah, that was a vicious match too.
Penny predicaments, kick out at 2. Ooh, Gorm looks like he's setting up for
Gonna
a
make Jack
suplex.
Abbott pay for that.
And now Jack Abbott and Gorm are fighting on the outside.
That might not have been the best idea, gentlemen, because
his face against the freaking steel steps.
Well, it's Gorm. You gotta expect that. You're as I saw earlier. You mentioning it, Sam, and apparently, I mean, you have to. You are correct. You have to expect that your face is gonna get busted open. Okay, thank you, Carnival. At least he's not in the chops? Question mark.
That's still not great. 2, 3, with Gorm taking care of Abbott on the outside and a Bronco Buster. Your winners of this match, Carnival and Gorm, the Conquest Bloodline. In Conquest,
speaking of blood,
dominated.
But speaking of blood, they cracked Gorm open. That is not an easy thing to do. Jeez.
That is not an easy feat whatsoever. Like we said, that man is a Goliath. Rock hard freaking skin.
Absolutely. Although at the same time, that very well played into Conquest Bloodline's strategy right there. All that really had to happen was either one of Shoot Nation provoked Gorm, and as you saw, Gorm handily dealt with Jack Abbott on the outside. It looked like he was getting ready to probably throw him into the crowd at that point. That's not... I don't think you want to win Rage Gorm. Although that played very, very well to Carnival, who very handily, I will admit, was able to isolate Devin and pin him for the victory.
Yeah, I mean, I just kind of would like to emphasize what you just said. Do not piss off Gorm. Ever. Anyway, so, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have a singles match scheduled for one fall, but one of those individuals has a little something to say for his opponent. So, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the Warzone promo of the week.
Another Multivania in the bag, huh? A new era of new blood. Some of you may have noticed that I did not go after the briefcase at all during that match. You want to know why? Because I do not need some corny-ass briefcase to win a title, unlike that cowardly vampire, the mob boss bitch, and the traitor. No, no, no. I wanted a fight. I wanted a brawl. Buck Bumble! Back to the Buck Bumble! You're good. Real good. Despite what the brass sees in you, keeping you away from singles matches and keeping you locked away in multi-man matches, I see your untapped potential. Buck, you're good, but you never face somebody who's great. I want you to show me your violence. I want you to show me your fighting spirit. I want you, Buck Bumble, to fight me!
Isn't sure if host
Strong words from the Equalizer, Nice Eyes. So he takes on the Latino B, Buck Bumble, Viva la Raza. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Equalizer himself, Nice Eyes. I'm not going to lie to you. I could not choose who I wanted to win this match more.
God, Buck Bumble has just been the Bumble Bucks are really flowing right now.
Buckcoin is up.
Value is up. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say Buckcoin is up. I hear it's all the buzz. Yeah, you get that's the one you get for the night. Okay, I feel bad of shaming your cat, but yeah, no.
Well, it just purred at you, so take that what you will.
Still runs a chill up my spine.
Speaking of chills out the spine. Oh God. Do you think
Buck has yet to hold a title. Maybe this is the year of the bee.
I wonder how fast it is really to get home, to get here from Russia as far as Nice Eyes' concerned. He always does come out in the jacket, so it makes me wonder if he's just stepping off the plane.
Yeah, like,
he really does love his homeland.
I mean, Cyber Siberia is definitely is not an easy place to traverse from. But here we have Buck. Nice little dragon screw there onto Nice Eyes. Buck Bumble definitely like riding a freaking wave of positivity. I mean, he had an amazing match against Raphael Sampson. I mean, there are people actually suggesting that he joined the O-Lods. I mean, Nice Eyes coming back from a very lengthy time away did very well. Did very well in the Kings Road tournament, going to the finals, and then pretty much like destroying everybody who he came across during that ladder match at Multivania. Granted, that ladder match was won by Louis McDonald. I should point that out. So yeah, no champion is safe. Louis McDonald has a briefcase. So
no, yeah, that's true. He has the mystery in the bank. I'm not looking forward to that because it is for a title. We don't even know what title. Couldn't even. It might not even be Warzone.
Kick out at 2.5.
We have a post from Travis. I'd like to point out Buck Bumble is the only one being in the multiverse who is even more pure and wholesome than Brawl Kaiser and McCheese. He's just quiet like his favorite wrestler, Sting. Travis, go to your room.
The only thing that really stings... The only thing that stings a little bit more than that joke to Joe's ego is Buck Bumble right there. For those of you at home who don't know, Buck Bumble also had quite a few surprising victory in the past couple months, especially notably against the legal of the administration. And up against Malice as well. It was Buck Bumble who came out of that triple threat match the victor.
I mean, for sure. I mean, granted, the administration have been dissolved at this point. Everyone kind of went back to their respective duties outside of such. I mean, Anon left a very, very cryptic message saying that he's back to the real him.
Yes, after which he disbanded HR, if I'm correct.
Well,
and he hasn't really been seen since.
He removed himself from HR. Ooh! Cole Clark in the freaking jaw. 1, 2. Kicking out at 2. Oh yeah, I actually also got to point this out. Buck Bumble was in the gauntlet match against Arkoff, and freaking he lasted at 100 with Arkoff at 100%, 7 minutes, when everyone else lasted less than 5 outside of Beowulf. So I would take that to the bank, which is I think where he stores the Bucks. Oh no! Introducing the equalizer to the Stinger. Kick out at 2 once more. And a headbutt ya. The bee is busted and bleeding. I love enunciation.
Oh, no.
What can I say?
I mean, that's gotta hurt, especially with all of those gears and mechanical parts.
Trying to pull off those limbs.
Picking up Buck. Ooh, nice running power slam. Buck gets right out of it. And we got a post from Carcharodon. Still mad about not getting a shot at Arkoff. I got fucking robbed. Damn it, let me fight the guy. That's your funeral there, Carcharodon. Go for it. Talk to Jerry. I don't think there's a lot of people wanting to fight Arkoff right now. Go for it.
Nice ice across the ring.
Does anyone really want to fight Arkoff?
The Insane and the Glory Seekers, who I think are one and the same.
Potentially, yeah.
What's the difference between... there's not much of a difference between either of those, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean, it's an egomaniac versus a maniac.
Yeah, pretty much.
One is just more charismatic than the other, to be honest.
One's more menacing than the other. Like, Carcharodon's a terrifying individual, but I'm more scared of Arkoth than I am him. But we're getting into a tangent. Cold clock cleaning the jawline, and your winner is Buck Bumble.
Hashtag there are bees.
There's bees!
There are bees! They come to our show!
They come to our show!
Oh, I missed the wings though, but looks like Bumble decided maybe to put them away. Might have been maybe safer for his well-being. Unless he would like to elaborate. I don't see them out.
Oh, for sure. Like,
I hope they weren't torn off.
Oh my god, that would be unfortunate. Oh my god, that would be sad.
Buck, are you okay? What happened to your wings? We missed them. They were lovely and shiny and rainbow.
Inquiring minds need to know. Buck, what happened to your wings?
Yeah.
Because, like, we can't say he fly, he bee, he sting if you don't have the wings, because with the wings you need to fly. We will...
Shifty eyes.
He just sent us a freaking post on social media that said shifty eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess we'll freaking find that out later, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe he just learned a magic trick? I mean, who knows?
I believe that. But coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the main event of the night. And we have a singles match scheduled for walk. God damn it, Dadmiral. I have to say this.
Buck Bumble in retirement.
He beat. Sting doesn't have the same ring to it. Exactly.
To be or not to be.
Oh, that's...
I'm sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bumblebee population is decreasing every day. Help the bee population.
Yeah, help the bees.
Help the bees. There are bees in the world.
There are bees. We need the bees. We love the bees. But anyways...
There's a fucking movie about it. We need the bees.
True.
We're on a fucking tangent.
We're on a something. We got another match to live for.
We have one more match. We have one more fucking match.
And
it's a singles match scheduled for one fall.
It was earlier on in the evening on Warzone. Our Zako duo. An open challenge, which was taken up by someone. It is not a title match. This is just to, I guess, gauge the competition a little bit going into the new year. But just tune in with us because there's a little bit more to this.
For sure. But, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right on into it. The main event of Warzone, featuring the MNW World Champion Zako Duo going up against the Henshin Hero Mega Blitz X. Full-on rider outfit, fighting against the world champion. He has to be ecstatic. If he wins this match, that is a pinfall over the world champion.
Absolutely. We've Mega Blitz has even main evented a few times before, prior having main evented up against Semjax for the Mega Money in the Briefcase, which at least as of this moment was in the hands of none other than Nitzig Gunkgobla, who we saw prior on Flashbang. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is part of the reason why this is going to tie into the main event here. But for now, let's just appreciate. I am so proud of how far Mega Blitz has gotten, and I would love to see him with a full-on push, maybe to the Multiversal championship.
Oh, for sure. Like, I mean, legitimately speaking, I would love to see freaking Mega Blitz X. Like, I would love to see Mega Blitz X with a title, like, in general, but him with the MNW World Multiversal title, it would be, oh my god, it would be so. It would be amazing, especially after his Mega Blitz's back and forth with Semjax before Multivania even started. Hell, even trying to cash in on Victor's bounty on the vampire himself.
And Mega Blitz has been around for a while. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was very early on into the days of I believe it was it National Worldwide or was it Omega Club? I believe
he was in Omega. He and Alpha Kong were actually tag team champions in Omega Club.
Yeah, so Mega Blitz has held gold before, and as we saw prior to Multivania and several months ago, Mega Blitz decided to strike out on his own. He is a running solo hero, and well, he just wants to just show off exactly what he's learned.
Beautiful.
Just facing off against our champ here.
Beautiful spiking head scissors there. Oh, a chop from the champ and another chop, but Mega Blitz ducks out of the way. Oh yeah, I forgot. He actually was a former Big Oof champion. Thank you, Admiral. I forgot all about that.
Thank you. Looks like Zacho might have actually, now that I'm watching this again, it looks like Zacho might be feeling a little bit more from that matchup against Wilson, which, that really put him through the ringer. Wilson even broke out of the Asmaloba effect, which has never been done before up to that point. And even Wilson was immensely winded to my recollection. We heard from him in the start of Warzone, and
yeah, we'll get to that probably next week. It depends on which becomes promo of the week. Although if it doesn't, we can always put it up there. It's like maybe we can always put that as like a hey, listen to this because it's something y'all need to hear.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen,
nice clothesline onto the outside. Zagadua running the ropes. Tope Con Hero! Fuck! Looks like he was trying to go for Tope Con Hero, but Mega Blitz ducks out of the way. Oh, God. Maximilian Thunderthuzz, even though I really want that world title shot, Mega Blitz is deserving of the title shot. If I don't get my chance first, I'll be okay with at least letting Mega Blitz get it. Oh, that's nice.
We got a rope break there. Mega Blitz kicking out of Zacho's pin right there.
Oh, that's a good one, Admiral. Tope Con hell no. Ooh, looks like he was trying to go in for some sort of like butterfly suplex or a tiger driver. Mega Blitz ducking out of the way, going to the top. Ooh, corkscrew onto the world champion. Kicking out. Oh fuck! It's Nitzik Gun Goblin.
And
what is Nitzik doing here?
All right, so as of watching back, Nitzik Gun Gobbler patched off the Mega Money in the Bank briefcase, but when they went to check it, the contract was not inside. It was a recipe of some sort. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Mega Money in the brief contract was not in the case that Nitzik stole. The real contract is still out there.
You don't think that, like, Simjax had it the entire time, do you?
Well, we're about to see, I have a feeling.
Oh, God! Case to the face! Simjax is cashing in! Simjax is cashing in!
He just said ring the bell. And ladies and gentlemen...
ladies and gentlemen, this is officially a world title match! Just swift strikes, kick to the knee, bringing the world champion down. Oh, and... Feral knee 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner and new MNW Multiversal Champion, Simjax. Simjax is the new MNW Multiversal Champion, as well as the leader of probably one of, if not the hottest teams on Warzone. Not only is he at the top, but he has an army protecting him. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Warzone for the night. But we are not done just yet. We have our Warzone and Flashbang moment of the week.
Blitz.
Mega Blitz going up top.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Mega Flare! Wait a minute. It's Nitzik Gunk. Oh my god, he's giving the briefcase to an official at the ringside. He's cashing in. Wait a minute.
The official is... They haven't rung the bell. Wait, I'm hearing... That's not a contract in the briefcase!
It's a ham sandwich.
Well, it's a recipe for like ham stew. Wait a minute. It's not the right briefcase. It's not a what the hell's going on here? As Nitzy goes after Mega Blitz, thinking he's turned this into a triple threat for the title match. Zacko goes in the ring. He has no idea what's... Oh my God, it's Sam Jax! Wait a minute. Wait, oh, you son of... What?
He had the real one the whole time.
He faked us, son of a... He faked us out! And because the brass officially extended the contract due to the so-called theft... Oh my God! This is a legitimate cash-in!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a title match now.
And your winner and new Multiverse Heavyweight Champion, Sam Jax.
Yeah! Oh my God! He bamboozled everyone!
Sam Jax cashing in, enacting the longest of long cons in MNW. Nitzig attempting to go for that cash in. Hopefully, my assumption is probably wanting to make sure that the cartel pretty much owned both world titles. Was probably going to gift it to Victor Vicious on Flashbang next week. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is your moment of the week for both shows. I mean, it's like I said earlier. Sam Jax is officially was leading one of the top factions in MNW, and now he sits on the mountaintop with a monster that is Gorm. The mindfuckery that is Carnival, and the overall punishment that Lady Boots can bring to you. Yeah, that's going to be a terrifying climb for any contender.
Yep.
I am officially nervous for anybody who tries to go up against Sam Jax. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he's a very difficult individual to try to work around. You can't really work around him. You can't really effectively outsmart him. You're just going to have to be able to outplay him just through sheer force. Where there's a very few numbers of individuals I could even think of off the top of my head who might even try to do it, but this doesn't mean it's over, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Vicious wanted that belt, and one way or another, I have a feeling this is just going to be the start of some beef with the cartel versus the Conquest bloodline, but you're going to have to tune in actually tomorrow on Friday night to see if Victor Vicious has a response to Netzig being unable to cash in, and the whole... It's surprising he didn't check in the case, but we're gonna see if there's gonna be a reply or something or other, or if Sam Jax is gonna comment on Victor Vicious on Saturday.
Yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, that is Warzone, and that is Firing Line for this evening. Please tune in to Friday Night Flashbang tomorrow, subject to change, tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time over at twitch.tv/EdwardBosco. And you can go ahead and go watch Warzone on Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/Dr_Caliban. And one more for the night, we have a post from Maximilian Thunder Thighs. Congrats to Sam Jax. Looks like I have a new target. I will go for the world title regardless of who holds it. Let's have a respectable, clean bout one day. Good luck with that one. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, Faye, as we are winding down here, is there anything that you would like to tell the Firing Line audience?
Other than on the Flashbang side of things, remember to cast your vote for the tournament you would like to see on Flashbang. You can find on the MNW Flashbang category in the Discord under Flashbang Poll. Check the Flashbang Poll text channel for more information in regards to that. And remember to catch us both Friday and Saturday. Joe tends to cover Flashbang, and I tend to cover Warzone. Other than that, I pass it back over to our host.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is Firing Line for this evening. For my co-host Faye, Jinn, I am Joe Mojo, and we are signing out.
Hello, Multiverse. This is the one-man bar fight, Burnout Vaughn, and I'm here to tell you to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, because we want you here on the MNW YouTube channel. Okay, is that good? Did I get a take? Do I get paid now?